Hi guys, and welcome back to Creative Pet Keeping. Today's a weird day because, as you can see, I have a lot of containers. Oop, I zoomed in by accident. And that is because I'm going to be experimenting with a very basic setup where I plan to use whatever containers I have. I have two big ones, I have one medium one, and a few of these smaller ones. And what I'm going to do is I have a tool that's used for wood burning, and it's heating up right now, to poke holes in these containers so that I can have the smaller filter. By the way, the light is off on the fish because I had to plug in the heating tool into that spot. But I'm going to use this little filter that's right here. It's been establishing, put it right here. I'm going to put a heater, put water in here. There's going to be holes. I have lids for some of the containers that I'll also poke holes in, and the rest I'm going to just cover with some mesh. And this is going to be kind of like a makeshift temporary housing for a few males, because I am starting to get a few males that are fighting. So I'm going to start keeping them in here until I can order some better containers and think of something better. This is kind of going to work for now. I think I'll have about, my plan is to try to fit, let's see how much I can fit in here. So I can put 3 here, and then put 4 here. It's a little tight here, I don't know about this spot, but the middle is going to be for the heater and for the what's it called, the filter. And at the moment I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 baby Bettas males. Maybe I could squish another cup if it's right here. That would make it 9. And then they'll have some basic filtration and heating so they can have stable temperature, and it could be like a temporary thing for a few days until I buy better containers and figure this out. So it's not really a tutorial, it's me just kind of experimenting with what I have to see what I can do. So I'm going to get started. So here's one of the containers, and I'm going to roughly put the holes about 3 inches from the top so it can still be submerged. And I think I'll do like 2 sets of holes. They don't have to be perfect, but they're going to go all around so there could be some water flow. And what I'm going to do is pretty much, I'm trying to do this one-handed to see if it works. Pick a spot and then gently poke. Bam! See that? Nice hole. And I could do another one. Boom. Super easy. This will smell like plastic, as you can see. This is kind of, see the plastic? So please make sure you're very well ventilated. I have a fan on in all my windows. If you don't have a good ventilated place, I would say try to do this outside if possible. Don't leave the hole puncher in, I mean the heat tool in too long, because you can see it melts super fast. So, bloop, oh, let me see. Bloop. There it goes. So I'm just going to make a big set of holes all around. I might do 2 sets so that way water can go in and out of the container, and this will let the fishies, the baby Bettas, have some sort of basic filtration. So this is what it looks like. I actually ended up adding another layer closer to the top. So it's got this very flowy layer right here, and then another one just so there's more, the water can circulate a lot better. The reason I didn't do it all the way to the bottom is if I pick up a cup to be able to see a betta, the water will come out all the way up to here, but then water will stay right about here. So I'll be able to actually hold up the cup and look at my baby betta without all the water running out. So that's kind of the plan of this sort of prototype DIY baby Betta temporary container. This was very quick to do. This stuff really smells when you melt the plastic, so be sure to do this right next to a window, right next to a fan, or outside. It smelled really bad. So you can use any kind of cups that you can buy, and I think this is a good temporary solution. If you don't have a place with very stable temperature, preferably you should have a room for your betta breeding that has stable temperature of about, maybe if you can keep your room at about 76 degrees, that would be awesome. But if not, you can always put a heater and a filter and make these little DIY containers. It doesn't cost much to do, and it should work pretty good in my opinion. So let's continue to set it up, and then we can test out how this works. Of course, there are going to be better ideas of doing this, but this is the very simple DIY and very quick solution. So this is what my setup looks like. It's just a prototype. I have mostly my dark babies in here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dark babies, and then one large koi baby that's huge. That's in one of the larger containers. And they have filtration, heating. They all have duckweed in every container so they can feel secure in case they want to lay on it. They're a little upset right now because they don't like being caught in this small space, but they're gonna have to be separated eventually anyways, so I figured, you know, they'll get over it. Most of it's covered. I still need to cover these two to make sure they don't jump, and this should work out pretty well for now. We'll see how this turns out. You could see them from the top, like this baby right here, which is a really awesome baby because this one doesn't seem to have any red, so it's a nice kind of black and white baby. Oh, he's closer up here. Hi there, little guy. He's so cute. Let me try to focus on him. So I have some plants. I had to weigh down the cups because they were sort of moving around, and I didn't want them to flop over. So they'll have a little bit of aquarium gravel on the bottom, which is not ideal, but for now it will do. And then here are the rest of the, oh, focus. Here are the rest of the babies. I am still gonna have to be jarring more, but for now this is kind of what I have going, because this is going to be a lot lower maintenance and we'll have more stable temperature and water parameters. So this is what I have going on so far. Ideally, I would like to set up something a little better than this, but at least for now this is okay. I am going to be soon separating the rest. I do want to keep the babies in here as long as possible so they can enjoy the larger tank, and then once most of them are out, or all of them, I might breed my next batch. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but I hope you enjoyed this little behind the scenes video showing you how I'm sort of experimenting and figuring things out. I am going to try to figure out a better setup than this. This is less than ideal. Now the reason I made all the holes is, as you can see, when you pick up the container, the water will leak out of the holes until it gets to the bottom, and then you can pick up your baby betta, and I can kind of look or move the baby betta or check it out if I want to. And then when I put it back in, the container will refill, and having either a rock or the gravel helps weigh it down so it sinks a lot faster. So that's kind of the idea behind that. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you already haven't, and check out my Betta breeding playlist to see these babies grow up from the tiny, tiny little fry that they are. They're getting so big so fast. And here's, by the way, side random preview. One of my males, he's actually turning blue. So I thought that'd be kind of cool to show you guys as an extra little bonus for this clip. I hope you have an awesome day and that you enjoyed this little random video. Bye guys!